Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Paul Hutchings. Hope you're having a great day. It is another great day to be alive. And in today's Good Parts, I wanted to share my top 3 ways to increase retention in a home based business. I believe this can work for an affiliate marketing business. I also think this can work for a network marketing business. I've done both, and I've seen this work very, very well in my personal activities over the years. And as I wrote in the description, this video was inspired by an email that I got yesterday from a former affiliate who was with our company. And he wrote me this email and was basically saying, "Man, I really love what you guys are doing. There's nothing like it out there in the home business space. My problem is the last 4 times I've joined," he says, "I've joined 4 times in the last 4 years. I've quit every time and then rejoined. And part of the problem that he experienced was he was able to gather 1 or 2 customers that then didn't stay. And he said he beat himself up over it and then quit." So the first thing that I would say is don't beat yourself up over people quitting. That's somewhat outside of your control. So that's the first thing. And one of the things we did in our business is we decided to pay 80% commissions, in part because in doing this business for 2 decades of my life, I've noticed that no matter what you do, you will have a percentage of people that you introduce to the business that decide for whatever reason to not stay. So one of the things that we did is we said, let's pay 80% commissions. And hello to whoever's on live, comment below, let me know who you are if you would. I'd appreciate it. If you're catching the replay later, say hello. I'd appreciate it. But we decided to pay 80% commissions in our affiliate model, in part, this is just one reason, so that if you did the work to gather a customer, at least you would be paid well for that customer acquisition, even if they decided not to stay. Hey, what's up, Ron? Good to see you. Thanks for saying hi. So that's the first thing, is you have to look at the upside of whatever downside you might be experiencing. And that's a mindset thing. You got to do that in business and everything that you do if you want to stay in the game long term. You may have heard people say it's all about what's up here. Mindset is like 80%, skill set is 20% or whatever. And I know people ignore those things. They say, "Oh, I don't care about mindset. Just teach me the things, the skills, the step by step. Tell me exactly what to do." But I'm telling you, it is mostly a mental game. So there's a lot there. So that's the first thing. Don't beat yourself up. Now, going back to the 3 things that I would recommend. The first thing that I noticed when I was reading this email, and first of all, shout out to this person who reached out and asked me for advice. I think that's a sign of humility. I think that's a sign of wanting to learn and find out how we can be better. So I really, really admire that. So the first thing that I noticed as I was reading this email is the email said, "I've joined and quit 4 times myself, but I'm wondering how can I encourage other people not to join and quit." So the first thing is you have to make a powerful decision yourself. Many of my mentors have said that life is like a mirror. Life reflects back to us what we're sending out to it. So if you yourself have the energy of joining and quitting, joining and quitting, joining and quitting, joining and quitting, guess what energy you're sending out to the people that you bring on board? You're sending that energy out. So the first and most important thing for retention is somehow you have to make a powerful decision. What does a powerful decision look like? Well, for me, it looks like I'm never quitting. I'm never quitting. I joined. Here's my vision. Here's what I'm going to do. In no set of circumstances that are within my control will you ever find me quitting. And I've built up reasons inside myself. I've built up beliefs inside myself that what I'm doing is worth doing. The vision that I'm pursuing is worth pursuing. So no matter what happens, that's within my control. Now, something in the market might happen, government might come and shut you down. Like if there's something that happens that I can't control, not much I can do about that other than to keep going on my vision, right? Something happens, you do something different. But yeah, it's like the powerful decision. You got to make a powerful decision. Joining and quitting, joining and quitting, joining and quitting is not a powerful decision. And I think with a home-based business, there's really 2 powerful decisions that one must make. The first one is, hey, Nick, thanks for saying hello. How you doing today? The first one is is the home business path my path or not? Because there's a lot of paths to make money. You know, having a job is one path. And sometimes we see people with jobs put their toe in the water in home business, then go back to the job, then toe back in the water, back to the job. There's these different paths you can take. So the first decision is, how serious am I about building a residual income via a home-based business? That's number one. And if you find yourself not certain in that decision, like that's the first thing is like, am I going to do this or not? And when you decide that you're going to do it, you decide, and that's it. All bets are off. You're going to make it in the home business profession no matter what. That's decision number one. Decision number two is, what vehicle am I going to drive within the home business profession to the vision that I have for myself? And that's powerful decision number two. One thing that I've noticed, and many of you have probably noticed this as well. Hey, what's up, Gio? Good to see you. That's very common in home business is, what do they call it? The shiny ball syndrome, in, out, here, there, over here, there, new business there, business goes bad, another business here, another business here, another business here. It's like you're all over the place. Well, let me ask you this. If you're someone in a position where you're wanting to follow someone that's going to lead you to a place of stability and freedom, but you see someone in and out, here, there, everywhere, how much confidence does that inspire in you? Not very much. So the second important decision for retention is you've got to pick the vehicle you're going to be in and then decide to be in it for the long haul. So the email that I got from this friend, he says he's been in and out 4 times. Question I have for you is our vehicle the right vehicle for you? And if it is, why are you in and out, in and out, in and out? And there's no judgment here. I'm just trying to help you make a decision. If it's not us, then go find something that is your thing, that you can commit to, that you do the mental work necessary to think through it all to where you can come to a decision that, okay, this is my vehicle. That's the very first and most important thing, is you've got to make a powerful decision yourself. That inspires confidence in people. If you can tell yourself why you decided that the home business path is for you, number one, if you can tell yourself why you decided that the vehicle that you're in is the vehicle that you're willing to be in for life if necessary, now it becomes very easy to be able to communicate those reasons to the people that you're bringing on board. And aside from the things you say, they'll watch your feet. They'll feel your energy. Your energy will literally inspire them to make a decision to stay. Now, is that a guarantee? It's not a guarantee, but it's what you can do that's within your control that's going to raise the probability that people are going to want to stay with you and go on the journey with you for the long haul. So that's number one. Nick says shiny object syndrome is a common disease in the home-based business industry because they think it's easier on the other side. Yeah, and I heard something clever. People say the grass is always greener on the other side. Maybe the grass is greener on the other side because your neighbor's watering their lawn. If you ever heard that, I thought that was a great way to address that. So anyway, decision, that's number one. Okay, the second thing that I think is important for retention is value. So when your customer joins or your affiliate joins, they joined for a reason. And if they are not getting value in some way through their association with what they bought or with you, what are the odds that they're going to stay, right? Not very high. I know that when I go through my credit card bill, periodically, if I see things that I'm not using or getting value from, those are the things that I cancel. So we have to be aware of this. When we bring people on board, we've got to make sure as much as we can that they're going to experience the value that they purchased and start to feel like, wow, this was a good purchase. This is something that's enhancing my life. Now, how do you do that? Great question. There's a lot of ways to do that. One way would be to stay in touch with your new member. Ask them if they've gone through the setup training, if they've gone through whatever they bought, how are they liking the product? Are they experiencing the benefits that they're receiving from the product? That's one way to do it. Another way that we do it within our community is we have live masterminds 6 days a week. Why? Because we know that a lot of people don't actually go through the products that they buy in the information product world. And so one reason we do so many live masterminds is so that people can get value through their association with us and learn what they need to learn, and experience that value even if they don't go through the products. And I'm going to tell you a quick story on this. So we were at an event. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and one of my friends was there who's one of my customers, Pass Simpson. And Pass Simpson grabbed the mic and told a story that I had totally forgotten about. I didn't even remember this story. Pass said that I called him one day, and he had been a customer of mine for some time. And I called him and I said, Pass, I don't see you logging into the product. I don't see you using it. Why are you still paying me? You know, if you're not going to use the product and you're not going to build a business, then I don't want your money. You may as let's get you canceled so you're not wasting this money every month. And Pass said, Paul, the reason I'm paying for this product, even though I'm not using it, is because of all of the value that I've received from you in years past. So he was buying a product, not actually getting value from the product, but because he had received so much value from me in the past, he wanted to send his dollars to me and support me in what I was doing. So what's the lesson there? The lesson there is that the value doesn't even necessarily have to come from the product. It can come from you, right? Are you providing value to your customers continually? How can you provide value to your customers? A daily video, a daily live, a daily email where you're serving them, inspiring them, educating them, one-on-one connection where you're reaching out to them, you know, checking in with them, asking them if there's anything you can do to help them. There's so many ways that you can provide value to people's lives, and that will, I believe, increase retention. So we've got powerful decision number one. You can't inspire someone to do something that you're not doing yourself. I had a mentor that was very successful, earned millions and millions of dollars online. And one of the things that he said in an event I attended one time is he said, if you want to take someone somewhere, go there yourself first. Okay. Powerful decision. Value. How are you providing value to the people that are surrounding around you, your customers, your prospects, so on and so forth? That's the second thing. And then the third big key, Dan, hey, Danny, he says, if your grass is turning brown and you think it's greener elsewhere, you probably will turn it brown. That's 100% true. You'll turn it brown there too. 100%. Great point. Okay, so the third tip, this is the third tip for retention, relationships, okay? If you have a relationship with people that they appreciate, that will enhance your retention, in an incredible way. So how do you build relationships with people? Well, you've got one-on-one and you've got group stuff that you can do that all serve to build relationships. But I'll highlight a couple of here. Number one, obviously, is did you check in with the people that you sponsored into the business and let them know you were thinking about them? Did you send, like Kevin Connect, a friend of mine, he emailed me a video the other day, just said, hey, Paul, I was thinking about you. This video made me think of you. He sent it my way. I've got another friend, Joe Perry, who's a successful guy down in Texas. And he, from time to time, will send me things that he runs across where he just thought of me. He's like, I thought you might like this. That's one-on-one stuff you can do to build relationship. Basically, just like every once in a while, let people know that you're thinking about them and that you care about them and that you're there to, help them. Send them a joke. There's all kinds of things you can do one-on-one. And sometimes people think, well, this is an online business. I'm not here to build one-on-one relationships. I think that's a mistake. Being online now for most of my career, I've noticed a pattern. Now, sure, I do have some customers that I don't have much of a relationship with that have been with me a long time, but those are the minority. The majority of my customers that have been with me for years and years, I have a relationship with them. I know them, they know me. I know their name, they know my name. I know things about their lives, they know things about my lives. We like each other. We like hanging out with each other. So it is very important, I think, to not miss the relationship building aspect to building any type of a business, even if it is an online business. So what are other ways you can build relationships? Well, I mentioned that we have live events all week long. Now, I'm not 100% certain, but I do think the person that sent me this email, I've seen him on, like, he'll join and then he'll be on a mastermind, and then I don't see him on masterminds much after that. So we do masterminds all week long. Why? In part because if we show up to the masterminds and other people show up to the masterminds, we can build relationships with each other. And that's like glue that holds businesses together. I'm on every single mastermind we do, every single one. There's not one that I miss. And we do 3 a day on Monday. We do 2 a day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We do 1 on Saturday. I'm on all of them. We have live events once a year. I've been to every single live event. What happens at the live events? Well, we've got training, we've got inspiration, we've got all of that stuff. But guess what else we have? We've got personal conversations. We've got hugs. We've got handshakes. We've got tears. We've got laughs. And what's that? That's all relationship building, where you're driving the relationships deeper. So these are things that you can do to strengthen relationships with your customers. Christmas, it's Christmas. Here's another thing. How many of you guys send Christmas cards to your customers, or wish them a Merry Christmas, or send them a gift in the mail? These are things you can do to strengthen relationships. So these are the top 3 things that I would recommend. Number 1, make the decision yourself that you're going to be in it to win it for the long haul. Number 2, value. Do everything that you can to help your customers get plugged into the value that they purchased. Also, do your best to over deliver with value from yourself in some of the ways that I've mentioned. There are probably more. And then the third one is relationships. Know that relationships matter. They matter in a big way, even if you're building an online marketing, and actually maybe even especially if you're building an online marketing business. Why? Because a lot of people on the internet are like, automation, 100% click button profits, don't have to talk to anyone, don't have to build any relationships, right? And so if a lot of people in the internet are doing that, what's one way you can be different? You can be like, look, I love the leverage, I love the automation. Yes, all that's great. But I also really appreciate relationships and getting to know people and serving them one-on-one sometimes, and being there for them when they need me. That's a way to differentiate yourself in a crowded online marketing environment. So anyway, those are my 3 tips. Danny says, you motivate me. Thank you. You motivate me too, Danny. I appreciate you and appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. That's my message for today. Hopefully it's been helpful to at least the person that sent me this email, and hopefully to some of you as well. If you got value from this live today and want more content from me, I'd love to encourage you to subscribe to me on wherever you're finding this video, social media. This goes out to all my social media accounts. And if you want to stay more closely connected with me, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to my email list. And you can do that at myfreedomfamily.com. And that'll be sure that you don't miss out on any of my future content. Also, when you go to that website, myfreedomfamily.com, you'll see a very, very cool, I think, very lucrative, profitable, heart-centered residual income business model that you can take a look at, that not only can allow you to grow a very lucrative residual income when you produce results. It's more profitable than anything I've ever been a part of. But also we have some really great tools and training that may help you enhance whatever business you might happen to have at the current moment. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Get out there, take action, go for your dreams. Have an awesome day. And I appreciate all the comments. Love you guys. Bye for now.